family, and welcome to another edition of Richland Players Celebrity Coffee. I am your host, 𝐊𝐈𝐓𝐇. With me today is one of Richland Players volunteers, Christy Valle, director for our next show, Nightfall, with Edgar Allan Poe for the 22-23 season. Nice to see you again, Christy.
Nice to see you too, Hazel.
So, Edgar Allan Poe, we know he was born in 1809. He lived in Boston. He was a writer, and he was a master of the macabre. But he was also very misunderstood. So, Christy, could you tell us about maybe why people relate to him so much?
Well, that's an excellent question. I think it just comes down to he was very authentic in his writing. He wrote about what he knew. He wrote so, in my opinion, so passionately. And I think that's why so many people connect with him to this day. And it's people who are of different backgrounds, they grow up differently, but they all love his writing. And why I love his writing is not because it's what I consider macabre, but that he put so much of himself into his writing. Like, you can just see his life jumping out, and it's almost like he had to write in order to, almost like a form of release. And I think a lot of people connect to that when people put so much of themselves in their writing.
I see. Oh, wow. So, what made you choose Nightfall as the show you wanted to direct this season?
Well, I read the script about 3 or 4 years ago, and my eyes just lit up when I was reading every single page. My brain went in all sorts of directions, where you can go, where you can take this show. This type of play, especially this playwright, gives a director, gives actors, gives the technical team almost like as close as you can get to a blank slate as you can. So we have the stories of Edgar Allan Poe as the base, but how you stage it, it is in your mind, and you can go anywhere when it's in your mind. So just from that, I thought, wow, this is going to give the players, going to give me, going to give actors, going to give so many people a huge opportunity just to stretch their artistic wings. So I thought it was going to be just so much fun and a rare opportunity to do some cool things on stage.
Wow, okay. And so, without giving away too much about the show, what can you tell us about it? What should we expect?
Well, I think people are going to enjoy it. I don't want to give too much away, but how we've been staging it is, let's say it's going to be in Poe's mind. I can give that away. So we're going into his mind in the play. And so everyone is all in on that concept, from the actors to the technical artists as well. So we're going to be looking at it through the eyes of the writer himself, and how and just taking it back to where he was during his lifetime when he was writing this. So we're kind of taking that mental, step backwards in time and seeing maybe what was going on in his mind. So you're going to see from a different perspective than usual.
Wonderful. And can you tell us a little bit about this figurine that you got today?
Sure, Hazel. So this is my Edgar Allan Poe doll. I don't even remember when I got it. I think I got it like 10 or 15 plus years ago at like Pike Place Market in Seattle, at one of their comic book shops, and I just had to have it. So I've had it this whole time, and I almost forgot about it, and I'm like, oh, look at there.
It was a sign.
It was a sign. This show is meant to be. Yeah, so kind of our guiding, what's the word, little Poe on the shoulder.
Poe on the shoulder.
Yeah.
So what was your start in the theater? I understand that you have a specialized background in technical theater. Could you tell us more about that?
Sure. Well, going way back, I started in the performing arts and dance. And before that, I used to love to write stories and different skits and whatnot. So I went into the performing arts in a roundabout way, mostly to dance, and then I started to do, types of where I would use like different type of art, like multimedia and things like that. And I thought, you know what, this just seems like the natural progression. I want to try what this traditional theater is all about. And so from there, I started doing more of that, and I learned more about technical theater and have a little degree in that as well. It's fun. I think understanding like the technical side of things. I love doing lighting design and different types of design as well. It stretches a different part of your brain. You just understand theater more and how all the pieces connect. And I think I'm getting known for this, I love doing shows that you're able to incorporate as much of the theatrical elements as possible and let all those individual elements shine. I love my designers, they're doing a fantastic job on this show. And I kind of treat them as like mini directors of their craft, and they should be respected. They can make or break your show. And they're loving it. We text and we talk to each other all the time, and they're having a blast. Putting everything together, putting my concept together, and I think it just makes for a more cool, fun show.
I love it. And you know, your cast and crew is made up of mostly newcomers to Richland Players, or some of them have been on the stage before. It may have been their first time this year or this season. What can you say about why volunteers are so impactful to community theater?
Oh, how much time do you have? So yeah, the volunteers are the lifeblood of community theater. Without our volunteers, we would be absolutely nowhere. And I love incorporating new volunteers. Like I started in performing arts and not in traditional theater, so I know the value of incorporating different people and different backgrounds into theater. You just get, they challenge you. They challenge, why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? And especially people who come from different art backgrounds, they come from different perspectives. And so that just kind of enriches the whole show as a whole. Plus, it's just fun. It's just fun meeting people. I think community theater is one of the things right now that brings people together, as corny as that sounds, but it really does. Like, especially nowadays when there seems to be so much bickering and whatnot, it's something we can do and come together and put on a good story. And bringing new people, it just you get those community ties in closer. So I think it's very important. I love outreaching and always incorporating new people on my team. Like if people have a will, they want to learn, they want to try, then come on down. That's just how I am.
Come on down, that's right. If you want to volunteer, Richland Players is a great place to volunteer and learn new things and learn more about the art of theater. Players family, thanks so much for checking in with us again for this edition of Celebrity Coffee. Nightfall with Edgar Allan Poe runs October 28th through November 16th, so you've got 3 weekends to enjoy this awesome new show. Tickets are now on sale at your Richland Players box office or online at www.richlandplayers.org. Bye for now.